Alouette, Jonte Alouette.
Ah, bonjour, my friends. The good people at Emotion have supplied us with this earliest copy of Alone in the Dark 3 that they could manage.
And it's very, very French.
It's so French that we here at Interactive Entertainment have donned our berets and put rich sauces on all our food so that we might begin to understand the culture and truly review this game.
C'est incroyable. C'est magnifique. C'est français. Now, before we get too French, we should explain about Edward Carnby for the people who have never played the other Alone in the Dark games.
Why? Let him dangle.
No, it won't take too long. Edward Carnby is a detective of the supernatural with the most chiseled jaw you've ever seen. He beats up various green zombies, solves puzzles, and basically saves the world.
And he looks great, too. The shifting cinematic angles that have become the trademark of this series are still around in the third installment, which takes place in the very Wild West.
Well, partner, this here game takes place in the dusty old ghost town of Slaughter Gulch.
And there ain't never been a ghost town with so many ghosts. Around these parts, folks just don't know how to die proper.
And along comes this Kirby character trying to take care of business, and danged if he don't get caught up in the whole mess like a jackanapes.
Well, what do you mean, jackanapes? What the heck is that?
Well, I don't rightly know. I think it's time to be French again.
Ah, mais oui.
Ah, this intriguing Carnby. He is truly the man of the talents, no?
Oui. As comfortable with their martial arts as with their really big guns.
And this suave ladies man as well.
Ah, but he cannot keep himself from being tied down.
Boy, you do that too long and it makes your nose itch.
The visual style of Alone 3 has advanced a lot from Alone 2 thanks to these gorgeous hand-drawn backgrounds by Joel Mouclier.
Ah, Monsieur Mouclair.
C'est fantastique.
Hey, my nose itches.
There is one drawback to this lush detailing. The designers didn't work hard enough to mesh it properly with the characters. When Carnby stands at this end of the balcony, everything's fine. But when he walks to this end, the railing almost touches his head. This kind of graphic inconsistency is fairly common here, I'm sorry to say.
But what if they meant it to be that way? What if the weird energy that surrounds Slaughter Gulch also messes with the physics of the place?
Tell the truth now. You had to stretch for that one, didn't you?
Okay, occasionally there is a problem with the different elements matching up, but that's a small price to pay for all the many times when it works beautifully.
The same keyboard interface from the prequels is still working well. You call up this menu and choose an object to use or an activity like searching or fighting.
I understand this is the last gasp for this particular engine. The next part of the series will have a fully revamped system. Hopefully they will solve the problem of not being able to choose the camera angle.
Yeah, one of the most annoying things in this series is getting trapped in a corner that's obscured by a cabinet or something and getting the murd kicked out of you by something you can't even see.
In keeping with the current trends, it looks like Alone 3 is going to be a CD-ROM only release.
While that's a bummer if you don't have a CD-ROM drive, that obviously won't be a problem if you're listening to us now.
iMotion took advantage of this extra space by including digitized speech and some great CD audio music and sound.
At last, Carnby speaks. Of course, on our copy, he speaks in French.
Of course, by the time you're hearing this, it will be quite easy to enjoy this latest chapter of the Carnby saga in good old American English.
And if you liked the first two games, chances are that this one will please you even more. Of course, if you've never heard of the darn thing, you might still have a good time. Especially if you keep talking like this.
Oh, regarde, le chat très vicieux, avec